Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to our grade 2 coding class. I'm so excited to be with you. And I think over the next couple of weeks, we are going to have a lot of fun. I'm actually just very interested. Before I go into that, my name is Teacher Mike. You guys can just call me Mr. G or Sir. So like I mentioned, today's subject will be coding, and this will be for our grade 2s. Now, I am very, very interested to know how many of you have been working on computers for a long time, or how many of you are new to computers? Can you use the chat box? So before I'm actually going to do anything, because I see a hand has been raised there. But before I'm going to do anything, I want to see how many of you can chat in the chat box. So if it is something that you can do, there we go. Leadway says, yes, she can. She's already typed something for me. Wow, you guys are so smart. I'm really impressed. Well done. Let's see if any, let's just give some time. I see that we're about 6 people inside there's another one. Ooh, that's such a long name. I'm going to try and pronounce it. I'm not even going to, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to see if I can unmute you guys, and then I just want you to tell me your name. I'm going to go one by one. And then let's see. Nakisha. I've unmuted Nakisha. Let me just try that again. Unmute. Does it allow me to unmute? Okay, we're going to have to just try that. Okay, but it seems like everybody can chat because it's not unmuting for me right now, but that's fine. Good morning, Mr. G. Wow, you guys are, I'm really impressed. Okay, so I'm glad you guys can all use the chat. So I'm very happy about that. So let's carry on. So today we are just going to talk about what we will be doing in coding, okay? And from tomorrow, I will share a link inside the chat box, and then you guys can just click on that link, and then that way you can follow what I am doing on my computer, and then you can do it by yourself. Okay, so I'm still gonna explain to you how you can have the 2 screens next to each other on your computer. So I'll explain that to you guys tomorrow. But first, let's look at coding. I'm wondering, who of you can tell me, what do you think is code? What is coding? What is coding? Maybe you can just, what is coding? I want to see if anybody can type to me. What is coding? Remember, for now, just type for me in the, it's a game. Okay, coding can be games as well. Yes, it can be. Thank you, Ona. Okay, coding it's a language. It's like I'm talking to you guys right now. It's how we talk to computers, okay? So yes, you guys are right. It is like a game, but it's so much more. Anything we do on a computer is the way we talk to that computer, and the programs are through coding, okay? So we will go into that step by step, and then you will see, there we go, how to make a computer. Okay, how to make a computer talk. Yes. Okay, so let's go to our next slide over here, and then we'll see this is what we will be doing today. There we go. Wow, that's a nice answer. Who was that? Mosima. When you tell a computer or robot what to do, that's impressive. I like that. That's a beautiful answer. So today we're going to look at, we will familiarize ourselves with the platform and coding terminology. Okay. Terminology is just what do we call things? Okay. So we also want to use the right words when we talk about computers. Okay. So we're not going to do difficult ones today. I think there's one difficult one, but it seems like you guys are so smart. We're not going to have any problems. And I want you guys to stay excited because the first couple of lessons are very, very easy, but we need to understand exactly how to start, and then we build on that. And that's exactly what coding is as well. We build block because we're going to do block coding to start out with. So you build blocks on the things that you have already done. Okay, it's the same when we learn. First, you have to start making the sounds before you can make the words. And then you need to learn to make the words before you can make sentences. Okay, and then you need to make sentences before you can tell a story. So coding works exactly in the same way. Then we will review some common commands, and we will use coding principles to move on a map. Okay, so here, this is what the coding program will look like. Okay, who knows that little character on the picture? Does anybody know that character? Where is that character from? While you guys type here, I'm going to explain to you what this is all about. There are a couple of things that we have to look at in this coding program. First, on top, you'll see where my little red block is now. That is the lesson. There we go. Liwe says it's from a movie. Yes, Ice Age. His name is Scrat. He's a little squirrel chasing his acorn around. There we go. So on top, where my little red block is now, that is where we are and what puzzle we are busy with. Okay. So if anybody, I will always post a link in this chat, but if anybody wants to know exactly on what puzzle we are busy with, they can see it up there. Then the next block is our instructions. Our instructions will always be there. So our instructions are the things that we have to do, what the program wants us to do. Okay. I'm going to read this one for you. The instructions here says there's an extra block at the end of this code. Drag it to the toolbox and throw it away. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. Then we have this over here, and on top it says blocks. Now remember I said we are building on top of each other. So these are our blocks that we use to build our code. Okay, these are the blocks that we are going to use to build our code. Now there are a whole bunch of different blocks, and every time there's a new one, we will go through them and I'll explain them to you. Look, this one over here, this is the important space. This is our most important space. On top it says workspace. Now this is where we build our blocks, okay? So this one, it's just the blocks we are going to use, and this one is where we're going to build it, okay? And then the very last one, the big one with the picture, and down here at the bottom it says run. Just want to get my pen so I can show you guys nicely. Over here you can see run. Now that is when we want the program to run, or if we want the program to do what we said over here. Okay, so then we run. And now this is where I want to tell you guys, never be afraid to run your program, because as soon as you run your program, If everything is okay, it will run all the way through and it will complete our instructions. But if there's a little mistake, that's okay, because this is how we learn. We build bit by bit, and then if there's a mistake, it will show us, okay, what you are telling me here now doesn't make sense to me. Please tell me again, or please, you need to fix something. So then we just go back, we look, we see what the problem is, and we change it. Okay. Let's look. Okay, now here's that big picture. Here's Scrat from Ice Age, and we need him to go to the acorn over here. Okay, and I just made a little note here. Code is how we talk to the computer. And now in this program, each block performs an action. So over here, the blue block, that is one of our actions. The orange block up here, that is our command. Okay, so when run, we can look now. What does that mean? There's a nice big red arrow. When run. So when we push this little button down here, run, then Scrat is going to do all these things. Okay, so here is just one block. When run, move east. So we know that Scrat will just move to the next block. Okay, so now I want to see you guys type in the chat box for me. So if we want Scrat to pick up the acorn, what are we going to do next? So we've already got when run, move east. What are we going to do? Let me quickly see. I see some people are putting up hands. I'm going to try and unmute. Yes, he is going to step. He's going to step forward. So we need to put in 2 of those for him to move 2 spots. And then we have move east again. Wow, look at that beautiful sentence. Mosima, well done. Yes, and then if we want him to pick up the acorn, we need him to move down. But you will see we will go through many examples like that. And at the end, we're going to have a map, and then I'm going to ask you guys to direct me through the map. Let's quickly look at our next slide. Oh, there's our Scrat blocks. Now, these are the blocks we're going to work with today only, and in our first couple of lessons. So these are just movement blocks. Okay, who can tell me what directions do we have? We have, the first one will be north. I'm going to help you with that one. What is our second direction? So north, if we look at a flat screen, can also be up. There we go. Wow, you guys are so smart. Yes, and that is Oretha BC. East. East. Wow, you guys are going so fast. Wow, yes, east and west. Okay, great. I'm so glad you guys know your directions. The answers are coming in so fast, I can't even see all the names. Okay, now this is the one big word that I said we're going to learn today, and it is sequencing. Okay, sequencing. Now, it's like, what is that? Now, very easily to explain, sequencing is putting things in a specific order. Okay, so the easiest to explain, here we have some blocks again. We're going to build our code. And who can tell me, if we have to put these blocks in a sequence, what would our best sequence be? Putting things in a nice, wow, you guys are so smart. Putting things in a nice way. I just love these answers that's coming through. So who can quickly tell me these blocks? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Very easily. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We put them in order. Wow. Well done, guys. Now, we don't always just have something easy like this. Or if we have letters, we go from A, B, C, unless we want the computer to count backwards, okay? So we always, yes, there is a sequence or a way we put things on a daily basis, but the one thing we always have to remember as well is to see what the computer or what the question wants us to do. So sometimes we have to put things backwards, and then we will put it from 3, 2, 1, or ABC, or ZXY, or ZYX, sorry. So, but we can also have pictures. Okay, and we have to put pictures in a certain way. Okay, so here we have 3 blocks. I'm going to mark them because I don't think I marked them in the slides. 1, 2, and 3. So which block are we going to put first? In the sequence, let's see if you guys can spot it. Which block will I put first? 3. Wow, there we go. Lean so fast. Leeway fast. Yes, I'm going to put 3 first. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to cross them over like that. So 3, 2, 1. And then it will give us our picture. There we go. And then it will give us our picture. Okay, now writing commands. Very easy. I'm just going to go through these with you guys because then we're going to look at our map and then you guys have to tell me what to do. Okay, we're going to do go north. Very easy. And we'll just go up. Turn north. Now remember, if we move in from one side and we have to turn north. So these are the 2 commands I want you guys to focus on today. Turn and go. So just, I'm going to go back to the previous one. Go is just going to go straight line, go north. But if you come from the sides, you're going to have to turn first and then turn north. Go south. Turn south. So I want you guys, please look carefully because I'm going to ask you guys on the map and then you have to tell me to go south or go north or turn south, turn north. Because remember, we need to tell the computer exactly what to do. If we just say south, south, and he is not turning, then nothing is going to happen. Okay. Go east. Thank you, Lean, for the response. I see you guys say, okay, if you guys understand, that's nice. We also have turn east. Now remember, if you come from the top, you're going to, that's this one. And this one is if you come from the bottom and you have to turn east. Okay. And then the last one, go west. And turn west. So remember also here, if we come from the top and we're coming down and we have to go to the left, we turn west. Okay, and here if we come from the bottom, turn west. Okay, and here we have our map. Now I want you guys to listen very carefully because you are going to tell me move or turn and then one of the directions. Okay, so our first one, the little boy, our little pirate boy down here, he is going to start. Well, let's make it different. Let's change it up a little bit. There we go. Let's make it the monkey. See, does everybody see the red dot on our map? I'm going to put it back there. There we go. I hope everybody sees it. Okay, there's our red dot. Now let's say that is the monkey. Okay, we want the monkey to go to his tree house. We want the monkey to go to his tree house. So let's see. What will be the first thing that he needs? Now, everybody might write this code differently because let's say every block is one move. Okay, every block is one move. Okay, I want you guys to type for me today. We are still just having some, I'm still testing how we're going to interact with everybody because I see everybody is raising their hands. So I think that as soon as I've sorted this out, I'm going to unmute the people that raised their hands and I'll talk to you. But just for today, I want you guys to write for me in the chat box. What will you do? Now, I'm going to give some examples, just 2 examples here, because everybody might not start their code the same way, but that doesn't mean that you are wrong, because one person might go to this block over here. So then it would just be move west. Or somebody might want to go to the top block. So their first move would be move north. And once we start doing code and we are more familiar with directions and how to use code, somebody might even go to this block right here first. Okay, so they are not wrong. It's just that we all start in different ways. The only thing is, will your code get your monkey into his tree house? Okay, so who's going to type for me and say, what will our first move? I made our first move. I said move west. So we are on this block now. What are we going to do to make the monkey go to the tree? Who can type for us? What will his next move be? Move west. So, okay, I see one more move. So then we are over here. Ooh, we almost fell off the cliff. Move west. So we're now over there. I see then. Okay, let's see. Wow, you guys are so smart. Move north. Now remember, we have 2 commands that we have to do. Okay, go up north. But first, remember we are now moving west. What do we have to do first before we can move north? Remember, we turn. There we go, Liwei. Very nice. We turn which way? Turn north. There we go. So now we're turning. It's on the same block. We are turning. And then what are we going to do? Go north. There we go. And how many times are we going to go north for him to climb all the way up the tree? North. So we'll go 1 north, 2, and then he's right at the tree. Now, in another code or in another program, we might have had to make the monkey climb the tree. So then we had to put in a new command. But for now, we're just moving. So then he'll move 1 more and 1 more. Then he's inside the tree. Okay, so very well done, guys. We have to make sure if we did our code right here when we said move north, but we didn't turn, nothing is going to happen. It would have just given us an error. But then very easily, we could have just gone back and do it again and fix our mistake. Okay, let's quickly look. Where can we go now? There we go. Let's see our hero. He comes down his castle. Now he wants to go and save the poor man in the pond because the poor man in the pond is being attacked by a giant mosquito. So if he wants to kill the mosquito, what is he going to do? So remember, he starts up there by his castle. What does he have to do? He's coming down the steps. Move. Yes, where's he going to move to? Move south. Beautiful. moved south. There we go. He will be on that one. And then what is he going to do? What's he going to do next? I have one more. Turn east. Now look up here. We have I put this inside for you, a compass. Now east, he's going to go to the snake. But I said he wants to save the person in the pond with a giant mosquito. Yes, Liwe, I see Liwe there. Liwe said west. But what is he going to do first? Mosima said, sorry, west, sir. Great. Thank you, Mosima. Yes. But remember, we say turn west. Turn west first. There we go. Turn west. And then what is he going to do? So now we've turned. And now what is he going to do? Move. Move, yes. So remember, we're going to say move west, 1, and again, move west 2. There we go. And then he attacks the mosquito and he saves the poor man in the pond. Now remember, when we get into coding, we won't have to just write move west, move west. Things are going to get so exciting that you can put in what we call a loop. Then you can just put in move west once and put it in a loop, and then it will do it as many times as you say. So if we put in move west and we want it to go 10 blocks west, we will put it in a loop and we'll just repeat 10 times, and then the little man will run 10 blocks. So this is going to be very exciting, and we're going to do so many things. Okay, well done. I'm going to do one more. Let's see. The pirate, he jumps off his ship. Now he wants to go to the treasure chest. So what is he going to do first? Now here you have to be careful. I put him right there to make sure that you guys look carefully, because there's only one thing he can really do right now. The pirate jumps off the ship and he wants to get his treasure. What is he going to do? Move north. There we go. Yes. What would have happened if he moved east? What would have happened if he moved east? I also say move north, because on our map, if our pirate moved east, he falls down the cliff and into the water, and then maybe the sharks will eat him. He is gone. Yes, Lee, he's gone. He falls down the cliff and then maybe the sharks will eat him. Okay, so yes, we got to move north first. So we change our code. If we said move east, not a problem. We take out the block, we put in a new block, and we say move north. Okay, and then it's easy. What are we going to do next? So we've moved north, 1 block. What are we going to do next? We are going to, remember our treasure is right over here. First, before we move, Liwe, we have to remember to use all your commands. Turn, there we go. Turn east. There we go. Turn east. Well, I see you guys are really hands up, hands up. You want to say, I'm going to interact with you guys. I'm going to practice this a little bit more. Let me just quickly see one thing. I want to see. I saw Lean's hand. Let's see if I can. No, I can't do that one. I want to try everybody quickly to see leeway. Okay, no, it's not working. Okay, I just heard somebody. There we go. Who's that? Leeway. How are you, Leeway?
Leeway. How are you?
Oh, okay. What are we going to do next?
We're going to turn east.
We're going to turn east. And then after we've turned, what are we going to do?
Move east.
How many times are we going to move?
2 times. 3.
1, 2, 3. Are we going to stop over there?
Yes. And one
Okay.
more.
One more step. There we go. Very nice. 2 more. You want to go up to that one. Okay, yes. Either turn north. Okay. Well done. See, I see you guys are so smart. This is so easy for you. Remember, the first couple of ones are going to be very easy, and then we're going to move into some. But I'm really excited to see what we. Thank you very much. You guys are so smart. I'm also going to
see you at 10 o'clock.
Is it? Wow. Okay. Well done.
I want to be down.
You want to? Okay. Okay, so I'm glad to see that I can communicate with you guys. I just have to figure out why some we can mute and some or unmute and some we can't. But let's quickly see. So you guys understand how it all works. Now from tomorrow, we're gonna go to the program, and it sounds like some of you actually worked on it before and followed with, because you guys want to learn so much. You go to more than one class, and I love it. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to start with the program. So I want to invite you guys to, if you want to talk to me, you guys can send me an email, mgeldenays81@gmail.com. And then if you want to ask me guys some questions. So there you can ask me some questions on that email address. So I want you guys tomorrow, this is what we will do tomorrow. So I want to invite you guys, come back. We will start our coding journey on code.org. And then we're going to run through the puzzles 1 to 12 because they are very easy. It's just drag and drop, putting things in sequence, like we're putting things in an order, and a nice order. I think Mosima told us that is the definition of sequencing, putting things in a nice order. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us today. Follow us on social media, and if you want to ask any questions, africateamgeeks.co.za. I loved having you guys. You guys are so smart. And then I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.